So I was debating whether or not to make a video about Mr. Magorium's Wonder Emporium. I figured that's an unironically good movie, what can I even say about it? But then I realized, as Kendrick Lamar put it,
"Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game."
I've got to talk about this because it's a great movie. It's enchanting, it's whimsical, it will make you cry. If you already know this movie, then you already know. So this is about a magical toy store run by a very eccentric, centuries-old man.
I've owned this store for 113 years, ever since I came to this country, although I've been inventing toys since the mid-1770s.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Sir, did you say 1770?
And it's about him choosing to end his existence in this world. Not in the sad suicidal way, but in, like, the old man realizing he's lived a good life, peacefully passing away type of feeling. Like, it's still the somber, sad feeling of a loved one passing away, but I'll let the movie explain itself when it gets to that point. And that's not even a spoiler, that's the premise of the movie.
This is one of my favorite stories of all time. I'm gonna tell it the way it was written by this guy, Bellini, who lives underneath the amazing, the remarkable
Title of the movie.
Bellini's job is to build all the books for all the kids who come to the Emporium. But it is also to chronicle the life of Mr. Magorium himself.
This guy has a heart tattoo with the text, "To be filled in later." That's a timeless joke. Perfect, no notes.
There were those who called Magorium a genius. My mom called him an eccentric. And this one guy from Detroit inexplicably called him Steve.
That was me, I'm the guy from Detroit. He looked like a Steve to me, I don't know what to tell you.
But Magorium's story was reaching its final chapters.
Dude, spoiler. We're like 4 minutes into the movie, you can't just say it's a character's final chapters. Like they're gonna die or something, what do you mean? So the kid narrator introduces Molly Mahoney, Mr. Magorium's apprentice, excellent piano player. She's trying to compose her first original piano piece, a concerto if you will. And she has writer's block.
When she was younger, everyone thought she was a musical genius, a brilliant pianist, and she believed them. But now, as she became a grown-up, she wasn't so sure.
I relate so hard to this character. My mom showed me a video of me playing Exile Vilify, that song from Portal 2, on piano and singing it at my high school talent show, and I sounded way better than I thought I would.
Vilify, don't even try. Vilify, don't even try.
Like, how did I sound that good? I was cooking back then. If you've ever felt like you fell off, you've related to Molly Mahoney.
I don't know why grown-ups don't believe what they did when they were kids. I mean, aren't they supposed to be smarter? What Mahoney needed was the opportunity to prove to herself that she was something more than she believed.
I love how she plays the piano in her head with her fingers tapping. She's just always twinkling them keys.
And so that's how this chapter begins. With my hat getting stuck.
Oh, that kid narrator is actually a character. Let's see what their deal is.
My hat's stuck.
Looks like you're gonna need a ladder.
Nah, I just need to jump higher.
Eric, that's 7 feet at least.
7 feet? Really?
At least.
You think I should get a running start?
Bro thinks he's Mario with the cap from Odyssey.
So did you make any friends at camp?
Yeah. Jeff.
Is Jeff real?
Yeah, sure.
Is he an animal?
He was a squirrel.
So Eric's whole thing is that he doesn't have friends. They keep bringing up that he doesn't have friends and should make some. I also relate to this character. So she opens the store and we meet Mr. Magorium.
Mahoney.
Morning, sir.
Already? Drat. Come in, come in.
How'd you sleep?
Upside down, make my feet tingly. Mortimer, get off the couch.
This is the character I associate with Dustin Hoffman. Rain Man? Master Shifu, Kung Fu Panda? No. Magorium.
It occurred to me that I've owned the Emporium for over 113 years. That's a very long time, Mahoney.
Yes, it is.
It's almost 114 years.
And more than 112 years.
And not once have I even looked at a receipt, so I've absolutely no idea what the store is worth.
He should get an accountant for that.
According to the word, it must be a cross between a counter and a mutant. And that may be precisely what we need.
Yeah, that's what an accountant is. What's your favorite cartoon from the 80s? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? So Molly Mahoney starts saying, I'm 23, I'm stuck in life and going nowhere. Same. So Magorium hands her a cube of wood.
What is it?
It's the Congreve Cube.
It looks like a big block of wood.
It is a big block of wood, but now it's your big block of wood. Unlikely adventures require unlikely tools.
Are we going on an adventure?
Oh, my dear, we're already on one.
Oh my god. Do you see the vibe this movie is going for? It's whimsy! The Wonder Emporium is open, flourishing with toys, activities, and children. I was 9 when this movie came out and thought this was the coolest place ever, and it still is, honestly. Do you remember those articles of people who went to see the movie Avatar and were very sad that Pandora is not a real place? That was me with this toy store. I wanted to go there. The accounting mutant arrives.
I believe Mr. Magorium sent for me. I'm Henry Weston, the accountant, here for an interview.
Ah, greetings, Edward Magorium, toy impresario, wonder aficionado, avid shoe wearer. You're here for the accounting position.
Yes, Henry Weston.
Name the Fibonacci series from its 11th to its 16th integer.
89, 144, 233, 377, 610.
Perfect. The number 4, do we really need it?
Amazing follow-up question.
If you like squares, you do.
Oh, I like squares.
I'm good friends with a square. He's a sponge. You know he would say that.
The hot dog to hot dog bun ratio. Why, for the love of mustard, are there never enough buns?
Extra hot dogs.
Yes, but why?
In case you drop a couple.
What kind of insufferable fool drops a hot dog?
I love when actors get so serious about something silly. It's hilarious.
That seed will grow to be a peach tree. You may wish for an apple or an orange, but you will get a peach.
What kind of insufferable fool drops a hot dog? I've been inventing toys since the mid-1770s.
You know, that would make you at least 240 years old, sir.
You're already hired, mutant. There's no need to show off. Now follow me.
That is a running gag in this movie. The sock monkey wants a hug. It shows up a couple times and it fills you with sorrow. Because you just want to give him a hug.
Some are important documents. Others might be doodles I never framed. I can't tell the difference.
You realize to determine the worth of this store out of this fire hazard, really, is an insurmountable task. Why do you want to do this now?
Ah, yes. Can you keep a secret?
Yes, sir.
I'm leaving.
Store.
The world.
That line is insane. I'm leaving the world. That just raises so many red flags.
You see these shoes? I found these in a tiny little shop in Tuscany and fell in love with them so entirely, I bought enough to last my whole life. These are my last pair.
They're his last pair of shoes. What if that was just the reason he's leaving? Ran out of shoes. I'm done. I'm out.
So, if you'll excuse me, I have a pressing marbles match and I must warm up my thumbs.
He just told the guy he just met that he's passing away, and he just carries on with his day. Name a more nonchalant man than Mr. Magorium, and right after he says he's leaving, the store starts to decay.
No, this doesn't seem right at all. You must keep a watchful eye on this, Eric.
Hey, can we get another shot of Eric being lonely with no friends?
Don't worry, I'm fine up here, guys.
Thanks. This is a sad movie now. There's a gag where some kids enter a room full of bouncing balls, leading to a comically large dodgeball that runs one of them over.
Pretty impressive ball, isn't it? Impossible to dodge.
Well, that sure was 90 seconds of screen time. How much of this movie's budget went into this ballroom? This Emporium has me wondering. Anyway, back to Henry Weston.
We have a few serious problems.
Ooh, serious problems. I don't have any serious problems.
You do, actually.
I don't think so.
Nuh-uh. All my problems are silly, for I am the silliest man alive. For about 45 more minutes.
What about Bellini?
Bellini's the book builder born in the basement.
You have a tenant in the basement?
He was born there. I certainly can't ask him to leave.
Insert the get out sound effect here. That's what he could say to Bellini.
According to your employment records, you've had several fictional characters on the books.
Like whom?
The king of planet Yahweh.
Oh, he's not fictional.
Sir, there are people down...
He's not really the king, and the planet Yahweh doesn't exist, but he's not fictional.
Well, that's the thing. If there's no planet...
Mr. Weston,
Yes, sir?
you can't blame people for having aspirations.
So he just hired some guy who said he's the king of planet Yahweh. It's like, sure, I'll put you in my records. I'll put that in my legal documents. I'm Mr. Magorium. Meanwhile, Eric's making a statue of Abraham Lincoln out of the toy Lincoln Logs. That's the joke. Look at the laughing crowd he's gathered behind him.
Oh. Sorry. I just sorta took over. I thought it was funny.
I need your help explaining this history that Mr. Magorium has fabricated.
What history he's fabricated?
This one I've got here, for instance. Got a signed IOU from Thomas Edison.
Really?
P.S. Thanks for the idea, with a picture of the light bulb next to it.
You can have the light bulb, Mr. Edison. I'm making toys over here.
Is that for real?
No? No, it's not for real. It's a signed IOU from Thomas Edison. Does that seem like something that would exist in the real world to you?
Well, it does have his signature on it.
He's so confident that it's not real, and yet he brought it to Mahoney's attention. Like, what is this? Fake signature of Thomas Edison. Why does he have that?
Wait, I just need a simple explanation.
Sure. It's a magical toy store.
There's no such thing as a magical toy store.
So they talk a bit back and forth. Henry's like, there's no such thing as magic. This is just a toy store. And Mahoney's like, oh, you're a just guy. Everything's just what it is and nothing more. And Henry's like, yeah, but this is just a toy store. And the whole time they're talking, a wooden dinosaur is doing hijinks behind them. But he disappears when Henry looks back. Oh, it's funny. Because it's a kid's movie. There can't just be a scene of two grown-ups talking. They'll get bored. I know it's to emphasize the magic of the store, but it is quite literally a distraction.
I must say, I am very disappointed in you. I understand feeling sad or scared or even suspicious, but that is no reason to turn gray and start pouting. The immitigable truth is I am leaving tomorrow, and Mahoney, bless her timid heart, will be given care of you. So I suggest you stop this petulance. I expect you to pull yourself together.
He's basically saying, get your shit together, toy store. Don't cause the most climactic scene in the movie. Don't do it. We see Eric at home with his mother. And once again, we bring up Eric not having friends. They keep hammering that point home.
We agreed you could come back from camp early if you made an effort to make some friends.
It's not my fault people don't like me.
People love you once they get the chance to know you.
No, they don't. I think I'm weird.
Because you build sculptures by yourself.
Because nobody wants to play with me.
Have you asked anyone to play with you?
Not really.
Well, Eric, you have to give people a chance.
I know it'll happen.
You don't, sweetheart.
I felt seen with this movie. I feel understood by this scene. Zach Helm, not only did you cook with this movie back in 2007, but I also want to punch you because I am crying at your movie. How dare you? I was the same age as this kid when this movie came out. I might as well have been the kid in this movie. I might as well be Zach Mills. Of course he was one of the elves in Santa Claus. So Eric tries to befriend Henry.
Don't be shy, just let your feelings roll on by. So don't wear fear, or nobody will know you're there.
It plays the entire 2.5-minute song while they pass notes back and forth. So I'm just gonna read the notes. Hi, I'm Eric. I'm Henry. Do you like checkers? I did when I was a kid. You want to play? I'm working. How about when you stop working? I never stop working. Oh, the song in the background is good too.
No, don't be shy, just let your feelings roll on by. On by, on by. Oh, on by, on by, on by. On by, on by.
Certified slapper of a song, Mahoney discovers the gray corner of the store.
Apparently, despite my efforts, the store is not taking my departure very well.
What? Wait, what departure?
It was intended to be a spectacular surprise.
What was meant as a surprise?
I'm giving you the store.
You're giving me the store?
Surprise! Surprise! Surprise!
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
Well, apparently you misunderstand the rules of a surprise.
Well, what if I don't want the Emporium?
Well, darn it, that really puts the kibosh on Mr. Magorium's exit strategy. That was the whole plan. For her to take over.
Why would you not want the Emporium?
Because I can't run it.
Why not?
Because you have to run it.
That's not a good reason.
It's called Mr. Magorium's Wonder Emporium. It rhymes.
Oh, I never noticed that. 113 years and I never realized my name is tied to the store via the rhyme of Magorium and Emporium. I'm still leaving, though, and giving you the store, regardless. And it's all chaos from here. The store falls apart.
There's something wrong with this book you gave me.
Wrong. Well, this is incomprehensible. Rats. Cheerleader?
I would like a lollipop.
2 years after Madagascar, by the way, so kids know what a lemur is. They're like, what is that?
Sir,
Mahoney, the laws of gravity have begun to apply.
sir, I asked the big book for a lollipop. I got a lemur.
A lemur? We don't even carry lemurs. I'm not even sure I know what a lemur is. Wait, is it that primate thing kind
Sir,
of like a
we
raccoon?
don't have time to
Mahoney, we don't
discuss-
have time to discuss lemurs. You're right. Where's Eric? I should do something too.
Have I mentioned I love this movie? It's hilarious. So now it's pandemonium in the toy store. We're at the climax of the movie, 30 minutes into it. Absolute chaos runs amok in the store. Meanwhile, Henry's working in his office. Completely unaware.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Could you do us a favor and try to catch the lemur?
I don't know how to catch a lemur. I'm a dentist.
Well, I don't know how to catch a lemur. I'm 9.
Well, I don't know how to catch a lemur. I'm 26 and depressed. I'm too sad to catch the lemur. Hey, there's the thumbnail face for the video. Nah, I'm not using that. So they have a meeting upstairs about what just happened.
The store is stunningly upset, as indicated by its temper tantrum.
Temper tantrum?
You didn't see it? How could you not see it?
He misses a lot, sir.
He was in the office.
I'm sorry, how can a store throw a temper tantrum?
Did no one explain to the mutant that it's a magical toy store?
I tried.
And then Eric's like, maybe you're the reason the store's turning gray, Henry. And then Magorium's like, no, he actually has nothing to do with that.
The only reason Mr. Weston is here is to determine my legacy to Mahoney.
Your legacy?
You're his heir. You're in his will.
Why is there a will? Why do you know there's a will?
I told you, my sweet. I'm leaving.
This is kind of an insane thing to surprise someone with at the last minute. Surprise, you're running the store now. I won't exist tomorrow.
But I thought you meant like retirement or vacation. What kind of leaving you talking about?
Mahoney? I think he means he's going to heaven. Right?
Heaven, Elysium, Shangri-La. I may return as a bumblebee.
Are you dying?
Light bulbs die, my sweet. I will depart.
I guess since he's been alive for over 200 years, he can't really die of old age. He's just choosing to phase out of existence. It's his time to go, I guess.
Wait.
Mahoney.
Wait. Are you sick?
No.
No? Well, then when exactly were you planning to depart?
Around 4:30.
He's so matter-of-fact about it. What was the expected reaction here? He had to have known she would be upset about this. That he only has hours left. Anyway, here's my favorite scene from this movie, Comedy Gold.
This morning, he was talking gibberish.
Gibberish?
And then he grew feverish and he collapsed.
I did no such
For at
thing.
least 5 minutes. And then when he came to, he was like this.
Delusional?
Delusional? I'm not delusional.
He hasn't been making any sense.
Oh, bunkum! Hogwash, pure horseradish.
He claims he owns a magical toy store.
I do, you work there.
And that he's 242 years old and an
I
inventor.
am not 242 years old. I'm 243. You were at my birthday party. You brought me balloons.
Yeah, he's delusional. He may have had a stroke.
A stroke? You unbrookable ninny, the only stroke I have ever had is one of genius.
Okay, nurse, can we get him a sedative?
God, that's so good. You unbrookable ninny. The only stroke I've had is a stroke of genius. I think about Unbrookable Ninny often.
Hi.
Hi.
This is really hard.
Yeah, it is.
Because I gotta tell you, I'm really worried.
Me too.
I can't track down any insurance documents for the life of me.
What?
Hospital bills are astronomical these days.
Mutant.
Yeah.
He might be dying.
That means that we should be even more prepared.
Prepared? I found out about this an hour ago.
Zero bedside manner in this dude. All business, all the time, can't turn it off. What a character.
The doctors can't find anything wrong with you.
Of course not. I'm perfectly healthy.
Then why are you leaving?
It's my time to go.
That's it?
What else could there be?
What are we gonna do without you?
Run the store.
Man, he's got an answer for everything. It's so simple, Mahoney. What aren't you getting here? I leave, you run the store. I don't get why you're so hung up on me leaving.
That's why I gave you the concrete cube.
But it just sits there.
Also, remember that cube block of wood I gave you the other day? Have you done anything with that? Mahoney's like, no. It just sits there on the table. Magorium says, you gotta believe in the concrete cube. Mr. Magorium, what do you mean? Mr. Magorium, what do you mean by that?
Eric, would you mind keeping Mr. Magorium company while I go speak to the doctor?
He's decided it's his time to go.
And the best thing you can do is make sure he has plenty to live for. That's neat. What on earth are you doing?
Practicing the euphonium.
You're not getting context for this. Probably don't want it, even.
The what?
I thought I might give a concert in the psych ward tomorrow.
People trying to sleep.
Doesn't this hospital need a signature to remove a patient's euphonium?
Magorium's always got the zingers. He's too funny to die, come on.
Where the heck did you even find this?
I found it. In a supply closet.
We don't keep musical instruments in our supply closets.
Well, where else could I have found it?
Checkmate, doctor. Can't argue with that.
What was that boy doing on the chair?
Making sure I have enough space to sleep
in. Get it? He's got space to sleep. The next day, Henry apologizes to Mahoney for being inconsiderate at the hospital and offers to run the store for today while she's out, but we don't get to see that. We're following Mahoney and Magorium today while they do whatever. They jump on mattresses. They ask a hot dog stand why there's not enough buns for the hot dogs. Magorium is still hung up on that from earlier. They set all the cuckoo clocks in a store to ring at the same time.
37 seconds.
Great. Well done. Now we wait.
No. We breathe. We pulse. We regenerate. Our hearts beat, our minds create, our souls ingest. 37 seconds well used is a lifetime.
Wow, this movie has philosophy. This is a deep movie.
What mystifies me is that no one knows, Mahoney. You would think that someone in the hot dog industry would have some clue about this obvious anomaly.
For those who don't know, hot dogs come in a pack of 10 and hot dog buns come in a pack of 8, so there's not enough buns for the hot dogs. This is what a 243-year-old man thinks about. And finally, they tap dance on some bubble wrap. And it's supposed to be a very happy, whimsical scene, but it's kind of weird that Magorium's dancing while Mahoney's just laughing off to the side there. This was a directed scene. So Natalie, you watch Dustin dance on the bubble wrap and laugh intermittently.
What a great last day. Don't stop, dance longer.
No, it's okay, sir.
He just had to say that it's his last day. Ruin the moment.
This can't be your last day.
Ah, but it is.
No.
And now, thanks to you, it looks to be a remarkable one. All I have left to do is use a public phone, and my life will be complete.
Mr. Magorium's Wonder Emporium. We sell toys, we do not fix car transmissions.
Eric, I am calling from a public phone.
Good for you, sir.
I do wish you'd find some friends.
Oh my god, that's all they talk about with this kid. Get friends, Eric. God.
Hello? Newton, I have something very, very supremely important to tell you.
Please deposit an additional 35 cents.
Hello?
Please deposit an additional
Hello?
35 cents.
Hello?
Please deposit an additional 35
Hello?
cents.
Oh, well, he'll figure it out.
It was probably something ridiculous, like, tell the 16th number of pi that it's doing a wonderful job. If any other YouTuber talked about this movie, they would have a better joke there.
Should we call it a day?
Yes, it looks like it.
Good. Checkers.
What?
Checkers.
I gotta get back to the agency.
Come on, Henry. One game.
Sorry, some other time.
Just one.
Oh, it's the sock monkey I said was a running gag, but this is only the second time it's appeared. It's so sadly memorable, I thought this happened more often.
Mr. Magorium says I have the neatest hat collection he's ever seen.
I know people who, own several hats, but I don't think I've ever heard of a hat collector before.
You want to see him?
So yeah, this kid's room's full of hats. This kid's the hat collector. So Henry finally loosens up, stops being all business, and plays pretend with Eric with the hats and whatnot.
Go brush the dragon's teeth.
Me? He doesn't like me.
And?
What do you mean, and? He's quite large, and looks surprisingly like a toothpick from afar.
Eric? Do you have someone?
Who's this?
The mutant.
The what?
Henry.
Henry, sorry. Henry.
Henry. Henry who?
Henry Weston. I work at the...
What are you doing in my house?
You could not put a scene like this in a current movie. It would be all preachy with a stranger danger message, but here it's just mildly awkward.
Henry's my friend.
Ham?
Yeah.
Cool. See you later.
Don't you have chores, Eric?
Actually, he worked all day at the store, and
I thought you said you were leaving.
Well, Eric has a friend now. That's what you wanted. And now it's about time we have the tearjerker scene of the movie.
When King Lear dies in Act 5, do you know what Shakespeare has written? He's written, he dies. That's all, nothing more. No fanfare, no metaphor, no brilliant final words. The culmination of the most influential work of dramatic literature is, he dies. It takes Shakespeare a genius to come up with, he dies. And yet every time I read those two words, I find myself overwhelmed with dysphoria. And I know it's only natural to be sad, but not because of the words he dies, but because of the life we saw prior to the words.
What an emotional nuke this scene is. It's acted beautifully, composed beautifully. I imagine it's even more powerful if you know the story of King Lear.
Your life is an occasion. Rise to it.
And with that, Magorium throws one last paper airplane and ascends to the stars.
Goodbye, my love.
And now we're at the sad third act of the movie where everyone is sad for a while.
It's not that bad. We can bring it back. Let's just run the store and see if it picks up.
I'm sorry, Eric.
I'll help you, just don't leave.
Eric.
Mahoney, don't leave.
I'm sorry.
It just needs a little magic.
I know. I don't have any.
So she's selling the Emporium and is just gonna play piano in a hotel lobby for money like a coward. But one of the potential buyers brings their kid along and Mahoney shows them a magnet toy.
Cool, that's neat.
Yeah.
magnet. How's the magnet work?
I don't know. It's,
Is it magic?
well, I believe it is.
And the belief in magic brought color back to it, so Eric convinces Henry to talk Mahoney out of selling the Emporium.
I'm here as your friend. And I think you should keep the store.
You don't even believe in the store.
No, but
I can't. I want to, but I just can't.
you just can't.
Yeah. I guess not.
What do you got there?
Oh, it's the Congreve Cube. It's supposed to help me unlock some great mystery or something.
You honestly believe all that stuff?
Yes.
That this store was magic?
You never saw it.
That block of wood is more than just a block of wood?
Absolutely. I believe it with my entire heart.
And the Congreve Cube starts flying around the Emporium and stops to spin in front of Henry, causing him to faint.
I passed out after you made that cube fly.
It doesn't matter. I'm selling the store.
What?
Yeah, remember the offer? We're signing the deal this morning.
No, hey, you can't.
Why can't I?
Because it's magic.
You really think this store's magic?
Yes, I do.
And now Henry believes the magic of the store. Surely if Henry believes in magic, Mahoney can as well.
Isn't that just a little difficult to believe?
No, I don't think so. No, not at all. Now, I believe that you can make it be anything that you want. What you need to believe in is you.
And she brings the store back to life and the movie ends immediately. Standing ovation. Impeccable movie. 100 out of 10. I hope this video made you want to see this movie for yourself because it's such a fun time. Well, second time doing a movie commentary video, a lot better than the first one. Although that could be because I'm talking about a good movie. I had more fun with this one. Please be sure to leave a comment on what you thought of this video and this movie, and forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. I forgot to mention at the end, the sock monkey does get to hug someone. In case you were wondering. Okay, farewell!